It wasn't long ago, at a family gathering, my college age nephew casually mentioned he'd made money on an NFT project. For many of us, Bitcoin was still just a volatile asset glimpsed on the evening news, a wild, speculative gamble. Yet, something fundamental has shifted. Fast forward to early 2024, and BlackRock, the undisputed king of Wall Street, managing over $10 trillion, launched a spot Bitcoin ETF. The results were astounding. In just 3 months, this single product attracted over $15 billion. Add financial giants like JP Morgan and Fidelity, and tens of billions flowed into Bitcoin from institutional finance in the first half of 2024 alone. This isn't just a trend, it's a seismic shift. So here's the central question. Why are the smartest, most conservative financial institutions on Earth pouring this kind of money into something others still deem a risky speculation? What do they know that most of us don't? What secret has Wall Street stumbled upon? Why are governments now scrambling to catch up, or perhaps to control it? That's what we're going to uncover together. Now, let me be clear. This isn't about recommending investments. My goal is far more fundamental: to help you understand a financial world transforming at dizzying speed. To navigate this new landscape, we need to grasp the foundational shifts occurring right now. To understand why these monumental changes are happening, we must rewind to 2008. The global financial crisis wasn't just an economic downturn, it was a profound crisis of faith. It revealed a catastrophic breakdown of trust in our centralized banking system. We watched, horrified, as Wall Street giants gambled recklessly with client funds, pushing the global economy to the brink. The betrayal felt visceral. Legendary investment banks like Lehman Brothers crumbled. AIG received a staggering $182 billion taxpayer bailout, only for executives to pocket millions in bonuses. This was an egregious slap in the face to ordinary citizens struggling to make ends meet. It exposed a system where the too big to fail were bailed out, while ordinary citizens lost their homes, jobs, and savings. Faith in the guardians of our money evaporated. That searing experience ignited a profound, urgent question globally. Can we truly continue to trust these central authorities with our money and our future? Was there another way? Could a system exist that didn't demand blind faith in fallible institutions? The answers, as we're about to see, came from the most unexpected of places. This set the stage for the silent revolution we witness today. That profound question, born from the ashes of 2008's financial meltdown, hung heavy in the air. As if in response, on October 31st, 2008, an anonymous entity named Satoshi Nakamoto released a paper, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Satoshi's radical idea was to create a system for direct online transactions without needing a bank, a government, or any central authority. To understand this, imagine a peaceful village with no bank. Every citizen holds an identical, publicly verifiable ledger. When Alice sends Bob $100, she announces it, and everyone records it. These entries form blocks. Once a block is full, it's cryptographically linked to the previous one, forming an unbreakable chain. This is why it's called a blockchain. If Alice later tries to erase her transaction, it's impossible. Hundreds of thousands of identical ledgers exist across the network, instantly detecting and rejecting any discrepancy. This distributed, collective verification makes fraud virtually unfeasible. This is the magic of blockchain. Trust isn't placed in a single, fallible institution, but in a distributed network where collective verification ensures integrity. No single point of failure, no single entity to corrupt. It's a profound paradigm shift, moving from trust in institutions to trust in code, mathematically proven and collectively enforced. With this revolutionary blockchain technology, Bitcoin emerged as humanity's first truly decentralized digital currency. But why digital gold? The comparison is deeply rooted in its economic design. Gold has always been valued for its scarcity. It must be arduously mined. Contrast this with fiat currencies like the US dollar, which central banks can print at will. During the COVID pandemic, the US dollar's M2 money supply increased by over 40% in just 2 years, leading to inflation. Bitcoin, by design, mirrors gold's scarcity. It has an absolute, unchangeable hard cap of 21 million coins. This fixed supply, enforced by code, makes it an inherently deflationary asset, designed to appreciate against inflation over time. New bitcoins enter circulation through mining, where powerful computers solve complex mathematical puzzles to add new blocks. This requires significant electricity and computational power, imbuing new Bitcoin with real-world cost, much like extracting physical gold. Furthermore, approximately every 4 years, the reward for mining new Bitcoin is precisely halved. This programmed halving event means the rate of new Bitcoin entering the market continually slows. This combination of absolute scarcity, proof of work, and a mathematically controlled supply schedule solidifies Bitcoin's reputation as digital gold. While Bitcoin mastered value storage, others envisioned more. If Bitcoin is a calculator, exceptionally good at one task, Ethereum is a full-fledged computer operating system, like Windows or iOS. It provides a programmable environment upon which an infinite array of applications can be built. The key to Ethereum's power is smart contracts, self-executing agreements programmed directly into the blockchain. Imagine a vending machine. If conditions are met, a specified action automatically occurs. No human intermediary, no subjective interpretation, no trust required beyond the code itself. This eliminates fraud and builds trust directly into the agreement. Smart contracts open the floodgates for entirely new financial systems, leading to decentralized finance, or DeFi. DeFi platforms allow users to borrow, lend, trade, and earn interest on assets without traditional banks or brokerages. The DeFi market peaked at over $180 billion in locked assets by 2021. Smart contracts also power non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. An NFT is a unique digital certificate of ownership recorded on the blockchain. In a digital world where anything can be copied, NFTs prove you, and only you, own that specific digital item. They create digital scarcity and verifiable ownership, extending property rights into the digital realm in a way never before possible. Ethereum isn't just creating a new financial system, it's building a new digital economy, driven by code and decentralized trust. This burgeoning digital economy, driven by code and decentralized trust, presented an undeniable force. Governments and central banks viewed this anonymous, borderless system as an existential challenge to their monetary sovereignty and control. They feared illicit finance, tax evasion, and a loss of their ability to manage national economies. Unable to stop the decentralized technology itself, authorities pivoted, focusing formidable power on regulating where crypto meets traditional finance, the exchanges. New regulations, like the Financial Action Task Force's travel rule, chip away at anonymity by requiring identifying information for crypto transfers above certain thresholds. While offering consumer protection, this introduced a level of surveillance. Then came a pivotal moment: the dramatic collapse of the FTX exchange in late 2022. Billions in customer funds were lost due to outright fraud. While not a failure of decentralized technology, it provided a powerful narrative for governments to accelerate direct oversight. But beyond regulation, governments and central banks are preparing their ultimate long-term counter-strategy: central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. This is a parallel revolution, a direct response to decentralized digital assets. A CBDC is a digital version of a nation's fiat currency, issued and controlled directly by its central bank, like a digital dollar from the Federal Reserve. Where Bitcoin and Ethereum champion decentralization, CBDCs embody hyper-centralization. The central bank could set expiration dates, limit what money can be spent on, or allocate it for specific uses. This grants unparalleled control over individual economic behavior, transforming money from a neutral medium into a tool for social engineering. The digital asset landscape is therefore evolving into two competing, profoundly different visions for the future of money. One, embodied by Bitcoin and Ethereum, champions individual freedom. The other prioritizes efficiency and control. No one can definitively say which will win. But understanding the powerful, often conflicting forces at play is no longer just beneficial. It is absolutely crucial. This understanding is about empowerment, moving beyond fear of the unknown. How you choose to view and interact with this unfolding digital world will undoubtedly define your path forward in the decades to come. What are your thoughts on this silent revolution? What future do you envision? Let us know in the comments below.